Well, hello there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. How's it going? I am Matt. I am the community manager at Payload Studios. How is everyone? I'm doing alright. I had some teeth removed at the weekend, just as a bit of a lovely little tidbit for everyone there. So face is a bit achy. Apart from that, I'm alright. I'm good. Who have we got? So we're on, just to recap everybody, we're on Twitch, YouTube, Steam. We're on our Steam store page, and we're also on the Facebook. So that's what we're streaming on presently. So if you're in any of those channels, give yourself a shout out in chat, say hello, introduce yourselves. Just be awesome. Be awesome with each other. So Raf's hitting off with the first question. We're getting close to the Office return stream. We are. So I think, I could be wrong, but next week could be the return to the Office stream, which is exciting because I've got some exciting things to show everybody. Like the elusive tentacle zone, exactly. I'm doing really well, thank you, lady. I'm just gonna say lady. Just say that because I can't pronounce the rest of your name. I'm doing really well. How is everyone? How is everyone else? Give yourself a shout out in chat. Here's this week's question for stream. I did not come prepared for this question. I was playing a lot of Elden Ring. If anyone's a fan of Elden Ring, give yourself a shout out. What's everyone been playing this weekend? Let me know. Let me know in the chat what we were playing. Shidoni asks, Office tour stream. We could definitely do an Office tour stream. We could absolutely do that. Oh, it's Marley Shun. Got ya, Lady Marley Shun. Thanks for confirming. I want to see Anton and Dave smiling in the background. I'm sure I can make that happen, Rafs. I might actually do that. I might actually get everyone to come and just say hello because it's been such a long time. I bet everyone's so sick to death of my face and my voice now that each want to see something different. Good, lovely stuff. Right. So as you can see, today's stream we will be focusing on. Have I got it right? Yeah, I've got new stuff. I'm going to trademark that. I feel like that's an exclusively TerraTech thing. Just new stuff. So we've been working on a few new bits and bobs that's going to be going into TerraTech. We're ready to show those off for you today. So there's a few blocks. And a few blocks. I think it is just blocks. That's all I'm showing today. I'm sure there's other stuff that I've missed off, but new blocks. So we're going to show those off. Full disclosure, before we get into any of this is all still very early days, work in progress stuff. I don't even think we're close to releasing this in an unstable yet. I think QA... Do you know, I don't even think QA have had a pass on any of this stuff yet, so it could very much be broken. New Charmony, new stuff. That's a great shout. New stuff trademark. I'm trademarking that because it's new Terra, but also new tech. New stuff. Gosh, you're a clever bunch. But yeah, let me reiterate that fact. I will reiterate this for emphasis. This is very much work in progress. So a lot of what I'm about to show you is very much subject and probably will change. So bear that in mind. Raf, we will screenshot the stream and make bug reports. By all means, do screenshot it. Let us know if you see things that we may have missed. That would be actually kind of helpful, to be fair, Rafs. I'm not going to argue with that. Grentonville, I will reiterate what's happening. Excuse me. Oh, that was horrible. We are doing new stuff. We are showing the new stuff. So I'm gonna, without further ado, let's just get into the game. Let's get into TerraTech. So this is the TerraTech. This is, you know what this looks like. So actually, let me get the list of the new stuff that's actually going to be added. I have a list of it here. So there are, I believe, 10 new blocks, and they are all Geocorp blocks. So the theme of this update is Geocorp Flight. Which seems ridiculous. However, there is a distinct lack of Geocorp flying blocks. So I'm going to show you those off today. So there's a new cab. So let's just open that up. I'm going to show you this now. So this is the new cab. What's this called? This is the conning tower cab. So it's sort of based on a what they're called, an air traffic controller sort of tower. There is also some landing skids, so I'll need 4 of those. I'm actually going to try and build something with these today, so I'll need 4 of these. There is a... Let me have a look. There is a new all-active single-axis gyro. So we have an all-axis gyro. Now they have a single-axis gyro, which is this thing here. And there is also a couple of lights. Let me show you what these lovely lights look like. Here they are. So we'll need a couple of these. So some new, well-needed Geocorp lights. And then there's some guys. This is the most exciting bit. This is the most exciting bit. Did someone ask for some ridiculously large Geocorp hovers? Because you've got them. They are massive. They are needlessly large. You have a medium and a large, not a small, which is weird. But you have a... Well, actually, what are they called? So there's the medium rotor and the big rotor. No small, because Geocorp don't do small. They've completely skipped small and gone straight to medium. So those are your rotors, and then there's some pretty nifty kind of lightweight blocks. So there's an edge block, there's a corner block, and there's just a couple of different lightweight blocks. So these are all of the blocks. So there should be... And there should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing one. Oh yeah, and the light's 10. So that's 10. So let's just go into photo mode and we can see exactly what each of these look like. So these lightweight blocks, these corner blocks and edge blocks do kind of nifty stuff. I will show those off later. These are also just offer a bit more lightweight. They sort of a bit more versatility in your build. Limited attach points. There's only 8 attach points for this one and 6 for this one. Not 6. Yeah, 6. 8 and 6. This is nothing too on top, but they're lightweight, so you can add a bit of Geocorp thing, lightweight stuff to your. I'm guessing your aeroplanes. If you want to try and if you don't want to add too much weight to your flying tech. And you have these skids. These skids look really cool. I will show these off again in a minute. Oh, hang on, go away. Thank you very much. These obviously retract. We have the single-axis gyroscope, or gyro as we call them. Not the kebab, not the Turkish meat wrapped in a pita bread. I'm talking about... Is it Turkish or Greek? I'm talking about a gyroscope, which is that thing. The new cab, and more skids. And, as I say, excessively large Geocorp hovers. And the medium size. I'm actually only going to use these medium-sized hovers for now because, yeah, so I don't want to overdo it. But all I'm going to be doing today is just building something with these new blocks. Just sort of showing what you can do. Now, bearing in mind, I wouldn't say I'm the most creative TerraTech builder there is. So bear that in mind while I'm building. But yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? So firstly, I'm going to build... let's just chuck on... Yeah, this makes sense. Let's try and build something using exclusively the new blocks. See if I can get this thing to at least get off the ground. I would be amazed if I can do that. So we need to add. I think I've already messed up. Chat, I've already messed up. Yeah, I've already messed up. I haven't got any angles. Never mind. Ignore me. I've already messed up. I need to get some length on this so I can build out a little bit. What am I looking for? I need one of these. I'm going to try and position it that way. There we go. One there and one there. And then another one here. And here. I'm only going to go with the medium-sized rotors. I don't want to go too big on it. Oops, he says that he picked one up. I'm actually going to put some more underneath it as well. I realize I haven't looked at chat in a while, so if anyone's asking questions, I do apologise. I'm just so focused on making the most awesomest tech that I can that I'm not really paying attention. We will need a gyro on here because this thing will not, I guarantee this thing will not want to fly very well. So let's plop that on there. Oh, I need to get these on here somewhere. That'll do. Will these go on the back? Oh, beautiful. Like a glove. No, go away. Go back on there, please. I'm just doubling up on the rotors just so I can... Oh, no. What have I done? Just doubling up on the rotors. You go back on there, please. And then... You can go on there. There we go. Right. And then we can plop the... I need some adjustment thrusters because this thing is not going to want to move without them. Let me put this. Oh yeah, it's got awkward attach points. Awkward attach points. Forgot about the awkward attach points. Let's just chuck on the back. Actually, let's check on the front. Let's chuck you here because I want to show. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Then we'll put some adjustment thrusters on. Again, I've already cut my scupper. I can't. Actually, look at it, so happy. This thing won't be able to fly very well. Full disclosure, this thing isn't going to fly well. If we find that it's a bit awkward, I will have to add some more shenanigans to it. I'm thinking of adjustment thrusters. Adjustment thrusters are my friend when it comes to building this sort of thing. Do you know, I'm also... No, I've already put different blocks on. I'm talking nonsense. Let's chuck some adjustment thrusters on, because we will need them. 1, 2, 3. Now, what I really like about these sort of lightweight blocks is this. They will go over your other blocks. Like so. They will encase them. Because that's what we wanted. Come on. There we go. That can go there. That can go there. And that can go there. This needs to go here, I think. Probably wrong. And then at the back, I can plop these corner blocks on. Whoops. Don't worry, chat. I will get around to looking at you in a minute. Can I back this thing up a bit? Maybe I can. Maybe I can pop. Oh, beautiful. It all just works so well. Let me spin you around. Beautiful. Actually, this one's going to annoy me as well. So let's just spin you around. There we go. Have I used all of the new blocks? Not yet, no. Let's pop you. Let's get you here. In the right position. Come on. There we go. And I think we can all agree this is the best thing that's ever been built. What's chat saying? Didn't you say that was single axis gyro? It's a single axis gyro. I did say it was a single axis gyro, didn't I? It is single axis. Let me double check. Pretty sure it's single axis. Yeah, single axis gyro. This is GeoCorp's active single axis gyro, which applies torque to keep your tech upright, but only on one axis. So hopefully that makes more sense to everybody. Yeah, new blocks. So this is my creation that I've made with the new blocks. Let's put it to the test, shall we? I'm going to change the the control scheme to hovercraft. Give it a bit of lift. Lift. Come on. There we go. Oh, too much, too much. Bit less, bit less, bit less. And this is where those adjustment thrusters are going to come in handy. Oh, did you see that? Turn that down a little bit. And we're flying. Oh, too much. Am I floating or sinking? I feel like I'm sinking. Give it a bit more juice. And there we have it. New stuff, everybody. Let me sort that top bit out. That top bit's annoying me. It's a bit bulky. Oh. There we go, right. Landed beautifully. Let's get some... let's get some corner blocks in the front here. I think we can all agree that I am... I'm pretty good when it comes to building stuff. I'm pretty good when it comes to building stuff. Building stuff with new stuff as well. I think that used all the new blocks, right? So we've got the... Yeah. This is my thing. And I think, yeah, someone asked we should have geocorp bombs. There should be geocorp bombs, so then they can add bombs to this thing and it would actually serve some purpose. Apart from being a work of art, obviously. But it works really well. Pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. Can you believe this is what I've built? What about geocorp landmines? Don't know if landmines would work. Don't know if landmines would work. Guys, I'm so happy with this. I actually think I've outdone myself. Maybe I could tuck the rotors in a bit more so it's a bit more streamlined. Because that's what this thing needs, is more aerodynamicism. Come on, land. Just land properly, please. There we go, right. Beautiful. Maybe I can adjust this a little bit. See, now this is where my OCD kicks in. I don't actually have OCD, that's just a phrase. Can I... I can remove those, but the adjustment thrusters are going to plop out. Okay, fine. We can live with that, because what I can do, I think, is do... this. Yeah. That can slot nicely in there. Adjustment thrusters. Where can I put you guys? Where will you go? One there. Another one at the back as well. Of course. This is looking good. We need to get those legs back on though. Can we just put them back where they were? I guess we can, can't we? Oh god, it looks so good! I think I just made it better. What other cool things can I put on this? Just because I'm going to overdo it. Watch this thing. Watch this thing. We'll see how this thing flies. Oh, it's so much lighter. My adjustment thruster's not doing anything. Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. Right. I'm pretty happy with that. Catapults on the bottom. Oh, catapults on the bottom! Gosh, that's a good idea. I just need to land this thing first without breaking it. Use them as bombs. That's a great shout. Too much downward thrust. Right. Let's go into build beam. Yeah, that's a good spot. And then you've got a little nose, little nubbin nose. Is there a block that I can plop in there? Can I give you a moustache? He's got a little moustache. Now, let's get some catapults on there to make it look like a bomb. I think just the one will do, won't it? Or two. Nah, one. Don't overdo it. Also, that's not the best spot for it. That's definitely not. This is the best spot for it. Alright, I think I may have just built the best thing in TerraTech ever. Full stop. And then just yeah, there we go. We're flying around. Tick-tick-a-ding. Oh, who needs bombs when you've got catapults? Someone also mentioned using the nail guns for air-to-air combat. Softly, softly. I'm gonna land softly and nicely, everybody. Ready? Landing gear deployed. Bosh. Oh, so smooth. Right, someone mentioned nail guns. Let's plop some nail guns on. Where is the nail gun? Oh, do you know what? The mortar would be fun. Is there anywhere the mortar can go? Oh, too big. Way too big. Nail gun. Nail gun. There she is. Strap them to the side. Ah, oh, menacing. Whoops. I honestly think I've made the best. This is the best thing in TerraTech. Is there a sloped block that I can just pull these in a bit with? No. No shallow slopes, I'm afraid, everybody. Oh well. I mean, it still looks immense with somewhat decent firepower. This is fun. Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but TerraTech's a really fun game to play. You should play it. Everyone that's in chat should play TerraTech right now. Yeah! I'm so proud of myself. What can I do? But what can I do with this thing, chat? What can I do with it? I know. Let's return to teleporter. Come on. Why are you being weird? There we go. Hello, can you stop? Let's go to build beam. What's that sound effect? That can't be the adjustment thrusters, can it? Something's making a funny old noise. There you go. Right, let's go to the battle arena, see what this thing can do. The dynamite mortar is huge, Rafs. I looked at it, it's massive. Right, let's get this thing on the Ooh. No, why are you going up? Come on. And up we go. Oh, no, too high, too high, too high. Way too high. Come back down. Whoops. Got a bit over eager there with me upwards thrust. Okay, we need to find a nice altitude. Here we go, this is good. And just rain hellfire from above. Still a bit less, bit less. Come on, we're going way too high. Lower. No shield or repair battery, you're absolutely right. We don't need them. When we're this agile. Maybe the catapult's not the most accurate for bombing capabilities. And it's also on backwards. But it's still working. If it ain't broke, don't break it. That's my rule. But I probably should just flip it around. It's on back to front. It's on back to front. Let's see if I can do it on the fly. On the fly, get it. That should be better. Right, now let's go back down. Actually, I'll tell you what, I could make this look like a bee. Right. It's going to be my task in the stream to try and defeat this one tech. Is he gone? He's despawned. I went too high. I flew too close to the sun, and that enemy despawned. Good stuff. Lower, lower, lower. Back, 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 back. There we go, right. Try again. Put it high. Oh, too much, too much, too much. Nearly got him. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I've lost all firepower. I've got one. Oh, god damn it. Well. Oh, hang on. I'm still there. I'm still there. Take this. Oh. Oh, I didn't take a snapshot! I didn't take a snapshot! I thought it would spawn back in. God damn it. Oh, I should have, yeah, ace busted. I should have just flung my cab to the other side. God damn it. Oh, good. It was such, it's, well, you know, as everyone's, you know, art is fleeting, as they say. Who says that? No one's. I think I made that up. It was never. You know. It was. You should appreciate it while it lasts. That's the moral of this stream. You should appreciate the good things while they last. Exactly. True art is an explosion, like that guy from Naruto. Exactly. Did I post a screenshot of it in new stuff? Oh, cool. Thanks, Exxon. Cheers, Betty. Oh, man, that's an excellent... You posted. I get you, I get you. I thought you said, yeah, I didn't post anything. That is some excellent Discord moderation. You got my back, Exxon, and it means a lot. I appreciate you. Appreciate you a million. Lovely. Do you know what? I think that's going to do it, chat. I think that's everything that I've got to show today. But just for the sake of doing it again, let's just showcase what we have got. So there's those 3 blocks. There's this block. There's the landing skids. The single axis gyro. The lights. And the excessively large rotors. There you go. 10 brand spanking new Geocorp blocks to help you with your Geocorp flying needs. Could always watch the rediff of the stream though. Yeah, exactly. Could always just rewatch that. When will this be available? Good question. So we're still in the very, very early stages of building these, of adding these to the game. Literally, they have just come out of art. The art team have just had their final pass on them, and design have had their final sort of tweaks of them, or not final tweaks. They've just sort of had their final. They've finished the first pass. Is what I'm trying to say. Those are the words that I'm trying to use. So QA, I think, have just started looking at them today. So our QA team have started to look at the bug, see if there's any issues with them, any bugs, anything that's a bit ridiculous, anything that's a bit overpowered, anything that might need changing. So those are the sort of the formative steps, and then once we're happy with them, we'll put them into an unstable build, an unstable version that will be released. Raf says the designs are great; they don't need polishing. I think the designs is pretty spot on. From an art standpoint, they're wicked. Like, there's nothing more that we can do with them. I think art absolutely, as we all know, art absolutely smashed it. So that's a shout out to Anton and Rob, your two favourite TerraTech artists. I say they're your two favourite TerraTech artists. There are only TerraTech artists at the minute. Yeah, so add lakes. Ooh, 2 or 3 months. 3 months. Not that long, actually, kid. We are, I think, we're a couple of weeks away from unstable. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks away from unstable. And then you'll be able to get them in the full game. Not long after that, a week or two after that. Let's see if there's any questions. So I'm gonna take all that in. I'm gonna go off this screen now. I'm gonna go back to my close-up. Woo! Let's have a look at some of the questions in chat. A bit of a question on the research faction, Reticle Research. They have the Omni wheels that can go sideways. Any plans on making that long screw wheel as well? Good question. I love the idea of a long screw form of locomotion. I think that would be really fun. Any plans on us adding that? We haven't got that in our roadmap at the minute. I think when we won't have ideas, which could happen quite soon, when we run out of new ideas for new blocks, I think something like a screw propulsion block would be really fun. Do you know, also, I'd like to see us using that. I'd like to see other corporations using that mechanism wheel, that omnidirectional wheel a bit more. I think because there's only one wheel in there, maybe 1 or 2. That has that functionality. I think it's sort of an underutilized bit of tech. So yeah, give us your ideas on what more you'd like to do with us. Acebar, shout out to Acebar. Welcome back, Acebar. I've not seen you for a while. A weather update. Stop talking about weather. Ugh. Weather and water and lakes. So on that, we're gonna have a video put out soon that will answer that question. There will be a video that talks about all sorts of things, but specifically, well, not specifically, but it will mention water. Do you think you guys would add a new corp dedicated to water builds if water gets added? So that's a good question, Gatcha. If we were to add water, I think when people ask for water. And this is me reading you through the lines. I think what people want is it's like a new biome. Effectively, is what people want. They want an aquatic biome. They want a Subnautica style biome, which is all not just underwater, but adds a water plane. So you can add things like boats. Yeah, exactly, boats and submarines and buoyancy blocks. Obviously, blocks that add buoyancy, and then other blocks that add. What's the opposite of buoyancy? Anybody? Shout out in chat if anyone knows what blocks would add density, I guess. Density, yeah. Ballast. Oh, nice. So yeah, you'd have ballast blocks. Thank you, Aespa. Density, yeah. I was onto something with density. Yeah, so that's how we would like to do it. If we were to do it, I think we'd do it properly. And yeah, like you say, something like a new corporation based around that theme would be a lot of fun. and I think it would open a lot of different ways to play. In the same way that I think we've not really explored water. We've also not really explored the air, if that makes sense. So things like flying AI techs is another example of something that we would like to do properly. We've prototyped, and we have looked at the prototype of flying AI before. It was a long time ago. We're literally talking 3 years ago. We've looked at the sort of flying AI and sort of air-to-air combat a little bit, and I think something like that. That's up there with something like water as well, where if we're doing it, we want to do it properly. But again, like I said, we will have a video on all of this stuff soon that will sort of talk about things like flying AI and water and that sort of stuff. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Exxon says, ask Legion for AI. Good shout. AIs are not good at flying. Yeah, so I think what I'd also like to see, and I know this is within the realms of possibility, is AI that does different stuff. Right now, the enemy AI does one thing, and we all know this, and I know we get asked about this a lot. That right now, the enemy AI just knows to go behind you and try and shoot you from behind and destroy you from behind. What I'd like to see is different corporation AI. So if you see sort of enemies spawning in the world, if it's a Geocorp tech, I want them to come and just try and batter ram you. Get into melee range with all their melee, pincers and drills and all that stuff, and just try and get you down that way. I'd like Venture to be a bit more nimble and a bit more agile, and sort of try and get into range and then speed away, and then get into range and then speed away, that sort of stuff. I think Hawkeye, I want them to be really tactical. I want them to sort of sit on the outskirts. I want the AI to be a bit cleverer. For each corporation, basically, I want them to sort of be unique to their corporation ID. I think that would be really fun. And just add a bit more variety to it. Because right now it's very much, well, like we all know. I mean, we will be the first to admit that the AI in TerraTech can be quite dull. So yeah, just to add that little bit more of variety would be fun. When do we get what all the coders have been working on, by the way, because you haven't seen many new functionalities in a while? Oh, excellent. That's a big question. Again, we will talk more about that very soon. Predefined behavior trees might be great for that, especially with variables like corporation and tech weights. Exactly, A-Spar. So that's what I'm thinking, is something like, bigger techs do different stuff. Rough, the coders are busy. The coders are working on redacted. Cool. Right. I think that's gonna leave it there. We were a bit early, but this is the nature of the beast. Maybe give some corps some special abilities. Yeah, that'd be fun. Mining. I think, again, mining... So, sorry. We're talking about the same sort of thing. So, just expanding what you can do in TerraTech. I'm getting some really good side lighting at the minute. The sun's coming down right outside my window. And it's lighting me really it's kind of moody. It's also showing how bad my beard is and how patchy it is. So I'm kind of hoping the sun goes away. I might close the curtains in a minute. Because I'm not pleased with my current presentation. Lovely. Why are there no legs in the game? Do you mean like walker legs? Yes, that's. We would put that under nice to haves. Walker legs. Yeah, legs for the tech. That's sort of what we're talking about. Is sort of walker legs. I'm just getting more and more. If I just sit like this, I'll sit like this with my head to the side. Walker legs, AI improvements, water. What's the other ones? Those are the main ones. Oh, co-op crafting as well. They're all up there as sort of things that we'd like to work on. Yeah. Ooh, Amy Chockchip on YouTube asks, ever thinking of VR support in some capacity? We've thought about it for about a day, and then we realised that the crossover of sort of people that would play TerraTech versus how compatible that would be with AR with VR. There wasn't a huge crossover. Basically, what I'm trying to say is it would be a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. Yeah, Acebar. So for those who don't know, Acebar is in Twitch chat. He's one of our used to be one of our big modders. They made the TerraTech mod manager, and they said they've tried adding VR support for a month, and I think it gave you a headache, if I remember correctly. What would you even do in VR? I guess. Well, yeah, that's the other point. I mean, VR it's a whole kind of worms, right? It's a whole thing of like kind of. You could almost be an avatar walking around your tech, right? And you could have tools, and you could pick your block up, and you could place it. That's in my head what VR would be like. And it's important to note as well. Victor, I will speak slowlier. Our kind of philosophy when it comes to making TerraTech. And not just TerraTech, but anything. And this should be applicable to most things in life, right? When you do something, you do it right. You do it to the best of your abilities. Which is why, God, I'm just getting more and more bleached out. Something like walker legs. We could easily do walker legs. We could do them. We could just slap on an animation to to some wheels, and then call it a day. Thing is, we know that walker legs are a big feature. We know that they are one of the most requested blocks that we know of, right? So walker legs get requested a lot. So if we do it, we're going to want to do it properly, and that's going to involve animatronics. It's going to involve like walker legs are on a scale of difficulty, right? So the easiest version. So this is the scale. The easiest version here is to do a wheel with a walking animation. That's actually relatively easy to do. You can see it with any block. Any block that has an animation, it's just a block that has an animation, and it has the same functionality as a wheel. You can even have the same sound effects. And then you have the other end. Where am I? Here, which is incredibly complex, where each walker leg has to be in sync with another walker leg, and they, as you walk, and you can even have its own UI. You can go into a radial menu and you can control your walker legs as to how they interact, and sort of the pattern, and I'm sure there's more technical words than what I'm using, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. Inverse kinematics is a thing. I think Exxon mentioned that perfectly. So yeah, there's a scale of what we can do, and I think we'd like to go more towards this side. We would like to do it properly, and that's kind of what I'm saying. When we do anything, we want to make sure it's done properly. It's why Better Future, anti-grav wasn't just Hoverbug 2.0. Anti-grav was its own thing. It was an answer to Hoverbug. It was an answer to try and legitimize it, and that's why you see the linear motion engines as well. But that's sort of where we landed with that. So yeah, and then the same would go for something like VR. We wouldn't just try and fit VR around an existing TerraTech product. It should have its own thing. It should live in its own world, and that would mean a lot of work. It's why, and I'll go back to the water thing. There is currently a mod for water. It's an unofficial mod, and what that mod does, it just adds a plane of water. You can control how high and how low that plane is, right? And that's all it does. It's just a plane of water that adds an effect that looks like water. So if you go under it, it looks like you're under it. And that's fine, right? And that works, and it does the job of adding water to TerraTech. What it doesn't add is much in the way of playability. You can't play with it. It's just a thing that exists. Now I realise there's a lot of other mods that add the functionality to support that. However, this is my point: is if we were doing it, we would want to do it is its own, its own thing. And it would be its own, water would be its own thing with a new water corporation, with a buoyancy corporation, all that stuff that I mentioned earlier. You want to do it properly. So that's kind of our philosophy when it comes to adding stuff to TerraTech. So I think that shows. I think TerraTech is quite a good example of adding quality over quantity, even though there is over 800 blocks. We like to think that each one of those, each block serves a purpose in some way. Good. Right, I think I've waffled long enough, and I'm sure everyone's bored of hearing me yak on now. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. It was really fun stream, if not a bit brief. But wait for the news on this new stuff. Soon to be trademarked, patent pending new stuff. And yeah, we'll be in touch soon. Right, everyone, have a great week, everyone. Next week we will do community course. We will showcase some we will showcase some lovely community made techs. Sorry, last question from Sharmoni. Estimated date for console updates. No date to provide right now, Sharmoni, I'm afraid. It's still quite early days. Sorry, it's not early days. We're still in the sort of unknown period. Once we have any details on when that will be, we will obviously let you know. Yeah, soon TM, soon trademark, in a way that this is new stuff, trademark, soon trademark. What was shown? I will show you what was shown quickly. This is what was shown. This is the new stuff. 2 new rotors, some landing skids. You can't really see it behind there, but there's a Geocorp single axis gyro. There's a new cab, and then some lightweight blocks. Ignore that sound. That was my Slack. If you've heard a Slack notification, that was me. Apologies. I'll leave you on this image. Guys and girls and everyone in between, have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.